working on the expedition again, guys, for another Central Oregon shenanigan video. Let's see what we got going on. I've got the main wiring metal bracket box, whatever you want to call it, that we had to relocate because of the turbo. So we're going to go ahead and disconnect that today. We're actually going to tuck these wires back down in that cubby hole behind the battery over there. It'll be fine. We're going to route this main, we're going to delete all these pigtails off the main wiring harness. We're going to tuck that down in right like that. And this wiring harness is going to go between the air horn and the valve covers along the valley in here. Then it's going to go, yeah, I don't know, somewhere like that. It's got this protective loom, so I checked out the sensors, guys. The temperature sensor, I'm not sure yet if it works, but I know for a fact that the oil pressure one's working great. So what we'll do is we'll run that nicely along here, it looks like. Put some wire loom on it. Go ahead and delete all this other nonsense. Well, let's get started. Uncle Kyle's here at the barn today, guys. He missed an episode.
I don't know either. I got that other one off.
So what are we doing?
Well, I'm trying to get this fucking pulley off.
What were we doing?
Shenanigans.
He's ruining a $140 pulley, guys. Are you going to comment about it?
No, I'm not. That other
Want to
one.
talk about it?
No, here.
So, hold on, guys.
So.
Oh, hit it with the air gun.
Yeah.
So, what we're doing tonight, guys, is Kyle got that off.
Oh, I gotta get.
We're gonna be ruining a 4.6 alternator. We're gonna be ruining the factory spacer for the crankshaft pulley because just a little bit ago we were experimenting with some things. We're gonna actually show you on video what we've been experimenting with. We're gonna build a tack kit. Somebody just got sideways. Kyle's getting that ready. Hopefully, we could probably get this alternator mounted tonight, get the tensioner mounted tonight, and then I could take a measurement and grab a serpentine for tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, tranny controller is gonna wait till a day that I'm not as stressed and just more relaxed. Today wasn't a good day to start on that. So we're going to wait on that, but we're going to finish up wiring underneath the hood tonight. We're going to finish this shenanigans, and we're going to work on a tack kit.
That's how easy they come off.
They're just on there.
Well, yeah, they're not pressed, though.
So.
Where's that other pulley?
It's right there on the bench, right in front of that water bottle, right there. So, I think I might start the intro. Or edit that part. I don't fucking know yet. Gotta love those all. Ford did keep a lot of parts interchangeable. You notice that? Even though the housings are different, they're pretty much the same alternator.
There you go.
All right.
There's your.
So I think did we in a previous episode we did buy a Dodge, an 04 Dodge alternator, right, guys? And Kyle, do you want to explain what happened on that?
Well, it turns out in the early 90s that Dodge is an externally regulated alternator, which ain't gonna fly.
Right? We've done that before. It's called a 70s Ford. So, oh, that would have been perfect shot until I just kicked the goddamn stand. Hold on.
It's hot in this barn.
Yeah, it is.
Alright, how are we gonna do this?
I don't know. You want to mock that up, or do you want to show them? Oh, I stuck a bolt in there the other day and mocked it up. But do you want to get back? We got that project done. You want to just set that aside for now and then show them what we're doing with the tack kit?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Next clip. 2 and 1. We're back.
Tack wheel, harmonic balancer. Wait, I don't know what this is.
Adapter piece and
It
shenanigans.
really shouldn't be an adapter piece.
So what we're gonna do here, Kyle, is we're gonna fire up the Sony Cam in sync.
All right. Well, actually, I'm going to take a video inside of the cab.
Yep.
James is going to be down here with the tack wheel on the drill.
Okay, so Uncle Kyle's in the vehicle. Well, we'll switch over to that view real quick. He's gonna say hi to you guys.
Hi, guys.
And we're back over here now.
The radio off.
So what we're gonna do is flip this around so I get a good shot for you guys. Here's the stock tack wheel.
Dude, it says it's 90 degrees in this fucking barn.
There's a tempest. Wow, those are normally accurate on the Ford too.
32 degrees Celsius for all of our Canadian and other viewers.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna spin this drill. I believe this is almost 1,000 RPM drill with the stock 4.6 tack wheel on it, and we're gonna put it up against the sensor here that I've got plugged into the wiring harness, batteries on, and we're going to try to see if we can make it talk to the tack inside. If we can, we'll kind of get an idea how close we got to get to the tack wheel. Okay, going.
Do it again, James.
Getting a signal? Yeah. And we're going to try to back it off to about a 3/4 of an inch from the tack wheel. See how far away it reads. So Kyle says we're not getting anything now. So I'm going to move it a little bit closer, which I think about a 1/2 inch. So it looks like we're going to have to be anywhere from a 1/2 to a 1/4 of an inch away from the wheel. So we're trying to make this work to see if it's even possible. So now we got to figure out how this. We were playing with this earlier. This actually fits on the drill perfect. There's just a little bit of play, but not much. It's pretty much center. Somehow we lucked out there. Then we're going to take this piece, and we know it goes that direction. Put this on there, suck this up onto there. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to tack weld this onto the wheel. I'm going to go clean it up on the wire brush over here. And we'll be back with when we get the welder out and get ready to tack this on. And we're back. Well, not a new episode, but we cut the camera off the other night. I got in a little incident with the grinder. Just got hurt a little bit and got frustrated. So we quit early that day. We were trying to build a tack wheel, and it wasn't going our way. We could still try to use this tack wheel, but I just went ahead to de-stroked. And I ordered a tack wheel for this project instead of trying to fucking cobble something together like a bunch of...
Hi, guys.
Yeah, so we ordered, since we were last on camera, this piece right here, which I am not fucking impressed with at all. I don't know why this had a 4.5 star review. I'd actually give this a 2-star review because the metal they used, I'm not very impressed with this. So what this does is it takes an early Dodge throttle positioning sensor, and this goes on top of the VE pump like this, and this bolts to it. We're going to show you that today. The problem is, it says it's for the year of pump we have, but it's missing a big piece to the puzzle. I don't get it. They sent with this kit this peg. I don't know what you else would call this, but it's got the flat piece on the side that turns in theory turns this to, you know, so the computer's like, okay, how much throttle are we getting? The problem is, look at that. Where's that supposed to go? This doesn't. There's like. I'm lost. I don't know. If you guys can comment down below and tell me what I did wrong, order the wrong one. I don't think so, because this is the only one I found online. But I'm done playing games. I'm done doing the whole waiting for shit. This isn't going to be rigged up. It's going to look good. Kyle and I found a solution already. We scratched our heads for about an hour and a half last night off camera to figure out how to... to adapt this piece to the pump without returning it and trying to find the right one, because I don't think there is for this pump, to be honest with you.
It is going to be.
As you can see, guys, right there on the pump, so that would bolt to those 3 bolts, the top left, bottom left, and bottom right. So this plate goes on like this. Look how much gap, plus this doesn't make any sense with this. Where does this plug into? You can take this nut out all day long. There's nothing to go into. Even if it did, it still wasn't long enough. So what we're doing is we took a socket, 5/16 socket, all right, guys? And it's out of one of my shitty kits that I don't even use anymore. 6-point. Look at that. Oh, look at that. It's the right size, identical size. What we need. So the nut down there is a 9/16. Look at that. And this socket is the perfect extension up to the backside of the keyway here. So this hole isn't big enough yet, but we're going to drill a little bit bigger hole into this socket. And then we're going to take the press, and we're going to press this down inside this socket. And you're saying, well, that's not going to work because then this piece won't go over the nut. We're going to get the piranha, and we're going to cut this socket in half, and then press just that top half down into the socket. So this will just be like this, basically, inside of that guy, but half that socket. Put that on after we tighten down the nut on the pump, and then we'll just bolt our TPS sensor bracket right on top. And that's how we just saved a big headache, because that's going to work. It's just basically building an extension down to the pump. So it's not tampering with anything. We just try to customize. Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing there's 2 different styles of pumps, because Alex, he's been on the show. Well, he wasn't really on our show. Never mind. Alex, my buddy, he has a 12-valve Cummins swapped, like a 70, what is that, a 77, 79?
The Dodge?
Yeah, the crew cab.
Yeah.
And he's running an aftermarket newer transmission that requires the TPS sensor that we're using. So he bought the same kit, and it worked for his. And I went over there the other night, and I'm like, dude, I don't think so. That's not the right one. It looks a little different. Your upper, I don't know what that's called on the pump yet. Forgive me, but this piece right here on the pump sits lower on his VE pump on his 12 valve than this 4BT. This one sits a bit high. So, the lighting side. There we go. So, I don't know. So, I don't know if there's 2 different style of pumps or whatnot, but just a heads up, guys, if you're doing this swap and you have to put a throttle positioning sensor on it, you might have to do a little modification to this kit to make it work, because like I said, I looked. I couldn't find anything else online. And this isn't cheap. It's $150 for this stupid plate. They've got you by the balls at this company. For these two pieces, it was $150 just to get this throttle positioning bracket. I'm sorry, but if I had a CNC, I could cut this out and make this shit and figure out something else for this stupid pin. I'm just, it's frustrating. I really want to send this back and get my money back, but at the same time, we got to get this thing moving. Oh, Kyle needs a book. So Kyle, what are you working on now that we got the camera back on and it's day 2 of this episode?
Day 2 of this episode?
Yeah.
Well,
You haven't moved the battery.
yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna go take a look at this. How's that sound? So these nifty little guys right here, I got wire number 1, wire set number 2, wire set number 3, and a little wire set number 4. Yes. Quick 4 from US Shift. And it is about half the thickness of a Bible. So, yeah, this ought to be a fun little scavenger hunt for wires today. So, I'm not 100% sure. I have to do some reading to figure out where all of these go. But, hopefully half of it's in Spanish. Don't need the onboard tuning book yet because I haven't even gotten it installed. James, I think this is gonna be a nightmare. There's 35 pages here. I don't. You know how much Uncle Kyle doesn't like to read. I don't know. Search YouTube. Find me a video.
Anyway, so while he's working on that, I'm going to be working on the pump. I'm going to be working on the pump, guys. I'm also going to be finishing up my wiring harness and getting that all tucked away. And then if we have time today, we're going to get something built for the alternator and get the Expedition alternator, the Triton alternator mounted up. I'm not sure if we went over this, but Kyle went ahead and got a Super Duty pulley, put on a brand new 4.6 alternator here. It's brand spanking new. We just got it, so we don't have any. It's new. It's not used. So yeah, everything new. New turbo, new injectors, new starter, new water pump, new this, new that, and it's all.
We saw what?
New.
Hey, everything that we've put on this, yes, has been new.
It's all new. There's nothing.
No.
Used AC pump, but we're not there yet. We're not gonna have AC this summer, unfortunately.
It's gonna suck, but it'll be okay.
But everything else, that will be a springtime video for next year. I want to do some research. We're gonna use the Dodge pump. It fits in there on that bracket better. I bet with some more time, I could probably get the Triton pump to work. But man, it was just plug and play. And if I just got to change a couple hoses out, then I like it. Alright guys, so here's my cobbled up, not cobbled up, it's actually pretty cool. So here's my 9/16 socket with my 5/16 cut down. I can't touch it, it's really hot, but I drilled the hole a little bit bigger. I'm about ready to start pressing it in. Okay.
See if I can find a video of somebody putting this in.
Kyle's gonna go take a poop and read about that transmission controller. There it is, pressed into that socket, guys. Dead nut center too. I'm gonna get this installed. I got it all set up. We got the sensor plugged in. Our extension worked with that socket. Works beautifully. I just checked it. We're getting a little bit of bind on it. I've just got to play with this. I think I need to put a couple washers under here to make it better. But I checked the ohms. We're good. We're sending signals. That means that thing's moving in there like it's supposed to. We're backwards though. I don't know if I bought the wrong sensor, or we'll find out. We might have to buy a different sensor. They might make 2 of these. I'm not sure, but our plate's on there, our extension works, we're good to go. I'm just finishing up here with the wiring harness for all of our sensors in the cab. Get that all electrical taped, pinned back in there, and make it kind of pretty this up a little bit because we just got everything just pulled out. So, meanwhile, poor guy. See how he's doing down in the dungeon.
I need a air.
Air?
Yeah, this whole sensor's full of fucking ATF.
Oh shit.
So we got the 3 transmission plugs plugged in. So, are you looking? So we got the output speed sensor. This plug, I don't know what the hell it's called. And then the solenoid harness plugged in on the other side. So all 3 of those plugs are plugged in. I mean, you can see where
I'm patching our wiring harness still, and he's got all that just hamburger meat hanging out there, and we found a spot we're going to go into the cab. It will get wire loomed. That plug will get put back in with silicone. It'll be dust tight. It'll look factory. So not a huge update, guys, but that's where our wiring harness is going to sit. Look at it. It's beautiful. Runs right down through there, underneath there, wire loomed. I just got to hide this little guy. That's our fuel on and off switch for the key for the pump. I've got this all cleaned up. Remember, there used to be a wiring box back here. I've tucked everything on the other side of the battery here. We're coming back to that. That's just for right now. I'm about to bolt this back down again. I got to tuck the wiring back there up off the exhaust manifold. But all in all, wiring under the engine bay is coming to a wrap.
turn the key on.
Turn the key on. So we've been working on a lot since we turned the camera off. The tranny controller should fire right up, and we should be able to technically drive this right now. Look at that. TPS, that's the program.
Yes, I know.
TPS, so. Oh, it's giving us the readout right now.
Yep.
Holy shit, okay, so I'm gonna go move it.
Yeah.
If you wanna hold the camera on that and show them what's going on and explain.
Oh.
So, full throttle?
Yeah, go full throttle.
Full throttle.
Yep, knocks us down.
Okay. Wide open, or idle again.
Yep. She's doing what she needs to do.
So we just gotta set her. Hopefully we can program it.
That's I gotta read the
So,
book about that.
Tack, that'd be the tachometer calibration.
Yeah.
Battery, 11.3, that's badass. Seatbelt.
Not sure what that is.
Table 1. Is that what it says? No.
Not sure. I'm assuming that's tuned. We're gonna have to learn this.
Yep. 403. Is that a code it was just giving you, or off?
So I need to get that other book.
Let's see if the safety switch works. Bump it over.
Everything out of the way. up
Hold on, they gotta take the turbo cap off. Okay. Nothing?
Nothing.
So we do have to find the neutral safety and get that wired in.
Which is fine.
So guys, just a little update. While he's been working on that, I brought the old 4.6 intake pendulum in, and I've been, as you can see, I broke off the throttle linkage for the throttle. And I took this piece, this plastic piece here, that was what used to hold the throttle cable, and I've whittled it down in the Piranha, and I drilled a hole in it. And what's going to happen here is it's going to bolt the 4.6 using this, we'll bolt this onto there, just like that, straight back, and we've got a way to just link up our stock throttle for right now, and we'll test it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, we'll go to a different ball game. I'm also building. Hold on. I'm building the bracketry. We're gonna go off the back of the pump there. There's 2 bolt holes. I'm gonna run a piece of flat stock, or even maybe angle iron off of that, and then we're gonna take 2 flat stock pieces, go backwards. I'm gonna drill a couple here. I've already got this started to go. Got a plate built, welded onto the 4.6 throttle linkage holder, and that flat stock we'll put on the back side of this. And I think what we'll do is, Kyle and I were talking about making it adjustable. There's some stock there. Making it adjustable until, and if it works, we'll just use bolts to bolt it in. If we don't like it and it moves or something, then we'll tack it into place once we get it all fine-tuned. So, alright guys, so little update. So I'm building basically an adjustable throttle, because I'm building an adjustable throttle bracket for now, so we don't know exactly. We want it perfect. We don't want to have too much slack, but we don't want to have too much tension and not be able to go to the floor on the pedal. So Kyle is wiring his life away.
Yep, it's never gonna end.
So update on your end, Kyle.
1 to 10.
What, this? It's not bad. It's not my favorite thing to be doing, but it's not bad at all. Here, let me see this. We've got the control unit plugs into this plug back here. I know it's hard to see, but this is the old plug that's dangling up here. So it plugs into the back of that mount, and then up above that, I don't think I'm going to be able to show that, but all the wires that are going to get loomed or ran up out there. One plug I was talking about is this green and gray. That is your speed sensor plug that's up here. And then the other wire set that's plugged in up there is that is your that's basically your optional features. Run paddle shifters, your cruise control, all the rest of that stuff. That's that wire right there, that whole mess of fucking unit right there. It's been annoying, but hopefully after I get this one wire plugged in there, we will be ready to go.